Alright, so we've replaced the entire medical staff. That should solve the injury crisis. Hello? Oh, hi, Mr. Chairman. You want to discuss club finances? Look, mate, I know I'm a little bit over the wage budget, but I'll get it sorted for you in the summer, okay? I'm sorry, we're how much in debt? Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to Chelsea in the Beta Blues of Football Manager 2024. And today we have away games, one against Brentford in the league, then away to Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. We beat them there in the league, of course, but yeah, the Cup's going to be a bit of a different story. I think we can, well, the Cup is something that we can win, so we're certainly going to send out a strong team for it. But the really concerning thing is our finances. We are £110 million in debt. Now, it says we've made a profit of 67 million this season. We were apparently 180 million in debt. Player sales, I'm assuming, got us back to almost level, and then it's just dipping away again. Now, yes, we're a little bit over the wage budget. Well, we can deal with that. I mean, it doesn't help that we've got Lukaku on 350 grand a week out on loan at Roma, and we're paying every single cent of that 350 grand a week. I mean, that's pretty much everything that we're over, more or less. So I don't really understand why it's so bad. Now, if you have a look here, this is our expenditures. Now, player wages is fairly big, but it's not unsustainable. You know, 15 million a month for a Premier League team. That's what's that a week is? Well, we saw about 4 million a week, bit over 4.5 million a week. So I don't actually know what it is that it's just a general overspending, I think, that is making us lose all this money. Transfer expenditure this season is 82 million. Now, some of that will obviously be recouped in income, but there's nothing there this season, apart from transfer outlay, that makes me think, like, well, this is fixable. So loyalty bonuses aren't great. 23 million, maybe that is part of it. I don't know. If we go to income, and that's just quickly for the sake of it, have a look at trans players sold is 32. So it's not a great amount, is it? But yeah, I don't actually understand why we are so much. We've got 180 million in sponsorship and we're 110 million in debt. Like, how has this happened? Yeah, I mean, it's one of these right now. We'll talk about it more during the game, but yeah, it's worrying, very, very worrying. Now, one thing, if we look at dynamics here, you will see Thiago Silva. He's no longer upset. He's happy to stay, so finally he's seen common sense, and yeah, that is good. We're still not particularly cohesion-wise, managerial support. I haven't got everybody on side. If we have a look here, we can see Enzo Fernandez does not like me, which is a bit of a problem. But yeah, Begin loves me. Thank you, John. Love you too. And Jacko supports me, but everybody else is still a little bit indifferent. Yeah, given last episode, maybe fair enough as well. So yeah, that is where we stand on that front. So yeah, Thiago Silva though, happy at the club. That's a good thing. Now, there is a few games we've got to catch you up on since last episode. Most of them in the league, one Carabao Cup tie. But first up, after the just decimation at the Etihad, we went and faced Luton Town. We went in front when Palmer played in Jackson. And Palmer was again the creator for Fernandez to make it 2-0. Before Fernandez turned provider for Gallagher to get our third. So a comfortable win. We just kind of wore them down in the end. It was only 1-0 at half-time. But yeah, Palmer getting some match sharpness, looked very good out there. And I mean, nobody played particularly badly, which is I mean, even Reece James had a decent game at right back. That's how good this was. Next up, it was the Carabao Cup tie against West Ham. Obviously, if we're in the next round, we won. But let's see how we won. We fell behind early. Reece James pulled us level before Mudryk picked out Washington to put us ahead. And Mudryk was again the provider for Casado to get our third. Before West Ham made it 3-2. So, in my unbiased opinion, we did deserve to win the game. Ward-Prowse at the double made it interesting. We did have a goal ruled out as well, which obviously was meant to be ruled out, so it's not really an excuse, I suppose. Reece James did something useful, so that was good. And yeah, you can see it was a bit of a rotated side. Matson, we played at left winger for some reason, just because we needed to try and give players a rest. It was a bit of an experimental back line as well. And all that being the case, Washington got the start up top. and we still got a solid win, if not outstanding. So yeah, that was good. So it was back to league action next against Bournemouth. Palmer crossed for Sterling to give us the lead. And Taremi made it 2-0. But Bournemouth cancelled it out instantly. Before James crossed for Palmer to make it 3-1. So this was a really tough game for us. They had a big threat on the break. They only caught us once, obviously, but yeah, it was a tough game for us, this one. It could easily have gone the other way, but you can see from possession, it was all us in terms of having possession, but the chances were actually quite even. So yeah, the scoreboard perhaps flattens us just a little bit, but yeah, a good solid win this one. It was not an easy game. Next up, it was Fulham. We took a second half lead when Sterling crossed for Jackson. Fernandez made it 2-0. Before Gallagher played in Mudryk for our third. And Fernandez got a fourth. So it was a fairly even game, to be honest. First half, you can see on the XG tracker, you would argue that they shaded it. Second half we were much better. You can see here, their goalkeeper went off injured. They didn't have any subs left, so they were a player down plus an outfield player in goal. We just told them to shoot on sight, and we sort of got two late ones that flattered us a little bit with the scoreboard. But yeah, it was a game, especially second half, I think we deserved to win, but certainly not 4-0, that's for sure. Final game to catch you up on was against Everton. Palmer gave us a first-minute lead. And some quick passing around the box led for Taremi to get our second. Everton pulled one back. But Colwell made it 3-1 at half-time. Palmer smashed in his second to make it 4-1. But Everton got a second late on. So we were always, it seemed like anyway, in control of the game. Taremi getting a goal, missing a penalty as well, which isn't ideal. But yeah, he still managed to get his goal. Cole Palmer is looking quite good. He may have found himself at home out there on that left wing. And yeah, James, again, was fairly solid. Chilwell, Colwell, yeah, everybody did their part. So very nice indeed. Now let's have a look at how the league table looks. And after embarrassing ourselves last episode, we have recovered very nicely there with 4 wins in the league on the bounce there. So yes, we've lost 2 games and we lost them badly, but it's only just the 2 games that we've lost. You can see City and both Manchester teams there have massive goal differences along with Newcastle. But they've been dropping points, which we haven't necessarily done that often. So very pleased with how things look. Brentford is who we face up now. They are 10th. They have a -1 goal difference, a bit of an indifferent. Well, they'll probably consider that a solid start for them, I imagine. A London derby, this one, of course, as well. And it is a late kickoff, and we can see that City have lost, which is nice for us. And Luton continue. Luton are up in 8th. What a season they are having. Unbelievable stuff. All right, so let's have a look here. We're expecting a 4-3-3 out of Brentford, and this is the team that we are sending out. Now, this, I will warn you, is a little bit of a weaker team because I do want to try and beat Liverpool in the Cup. So Sanchez goes in goal. Sarr, Chile, Thiago Silva and Gusto will be the back four. Lavia and Gallagher a little bit further back in midfield for just trying him out there. Is that a box to box? Yeah, it's a good role for him. Mudryk, McGinn and Mataduke will be a middle 3, and Broja is going up top. I'm giving him one last final chance, so let's hope he takes it. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there. It's a fairly strong looking Brentford side. Still a few players there. If you've been with me on the channel for a while, we did do a series at Brentford, and there's still a few players around from then. Alright, what do we want to say to this? Point our finger and just go out there and relax, I think. We're away from home, so it's a London derby away from home. Those are never the easiest things, are they? And yeah, so let's see if we can go and get the result here. Now, I was saying about the finances. Now, I think 110 million in debt it's not complete panic stations yet, because we are able, I think, with player sales, we would be able to get that down. You know, you think of, say, if we were to sell Kepa, who else is out on loan that's decent? Lukaku to a point, or one of the strikers anyway, if not Lukaku. You know, you'd probably get half of it done with just those transfers. So I think it is salvageable, but if it keeps going that way, then it may not be salvageable forever. Now, we will get prize money at the end of the season, of course. If the higher up the league, obviously the more prize money we'll get. So that is a good incentive to try and do better. But yeah, it's very, very concerning. Trevor Chalobah, you will notice, is back fit as well. We've given him a few games. He's done well. He has done well. Not sure why he didn't start. I think Gusto's back from his injury, so I think that's probably why he didn't start. And I haven't really picked out my best who I want to be at the centre back partnerships either. So yeah, he could yet feature in there. He and Colwell could be a decent looking defensive duo as well. Mudryk has won it back. Mudryk! Oh! Mudryk gets the goal. His second of the season. He got one against Everton, I think it was. And well, we go 1-0 up early in this one, which is excellent. He did it, most of it himself, didn't he? Intercepted it, and yeah, the defence just wasn't able to recover quick enough. Goalkeeper will probably want that back, but he can't have it back. It's a goal. It's 1-0, and that is very, very nice indeed. There has been a little bit of concern. We were briefly better defensively after the debacle of last episode, but just recently things have started to leak a little bit again. We conceded 2 versus Everton, which isn't great. We conceded, was it 1 versus Bournemouth as well. Here we go with Lavia. Is he gonna? Lavia is officially a wonder kid as well. So that's nice. Is he going to win that back there? Heavy touch. Here we go with Mudryk, and it's bit scrappy so far. Let's see where this... Oh, it's a terrible back pass. Brozier is there. His first, certainly for the season. This is his first for the club. It could be, but yeah, he's taken that very, very nicely. Not an easy chance given the goalkeeper was coming straight out, but certainly as a Premier League striker, you dream of stuff like that, don't you? Through the legs. He's taken that very, very well. That could easily have just been kicked straight into the goalkeeper. So well done, Brozier. It's 2-0. And let's hope we can keep this going now. Apologies too. Last episode was a little bit long, and I had to sort of cut down the Man City game, mostly because we didn't want to sit through all of it. But I'm not sure if it was just those games that had a lot of highlights, so the games went on for longer than they used to in FM23. I do have extensive highlights on because I feel like you get a better feel of the game that way. But if that keeps being an issue, I don't like to have episodes ideally over sort of 25 minutes, but certainly over half an hour. So yeah, apologies it went a little long. As a decent save from Sanchez, was it? No, it was a miss. But yeah, I mean, I'm still learning, the best way to present the game as well. So we will try. And the twisted knee for Gallagher is not great. Brentford are certainly coming back into this now, aren't they? And Gusto has done okay there. And we will take off... who do we want to bring on here? Let's get Fernandez on, perhaps. As that will be half time. It looks like one of the cats is going to come and join us momentarily here, so I might have to add an edit point in to let them out. What do we say? Don't get complacent, I think. It's got to be what we need to do. There were signs that weren't there at 2-0. We definitely started to let them back into that game, and we don't need this getting back to 2-1. Alright, so Gus has been let out, and if you are new to the channel, my cats will make appearances from time to time. There's 3 of them, so you'll get to know them over time. But on this occasion, it was Gus that was making the disturbance. Let's see if we can get a nice early goal here. 3-0, you'd imagine game over. Here we go with Mataduke. He's been a little bit of a sick note for us. Very good player, but loves the physio. So that's obviously, yeah, not ideal. Alright, what do we need to do here? I mean, we've scored until then our 2 shots on goal. So that's... yeah, not maybe ideal. Alright, so if they're playing with... Let's trap them inside, given they've got 2 wingers now. And I wonder if we try and exploit the flanks a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to... to break teams down and whatnot. Now, obviously, it's a big difference sometimes between just, versions of the game. But also, the Grindavik side at the end of last FM, we had a very distinct way to play that really worked for us. So there's an element of me, I think, sort of not stuck in that mold, but that's what has been working. So that's what happened there? It was a good save. Great hands from Sanchez. So yeah, it's a matter of just trying to find the best way to get the best out of our Chelsea players here right now. And here we go with McGinn. Oh! You'd expect him to score that. He'd expect himself to score that, I think. So let's go demand more. Mataduke is not having a great game, which is fine. Obviously, we'd rather he was playing a little bit better. Silva's on a booking. They are letting us have... Mudrik's given that away. That's not great. And it is a goal. Now, it took a deflection. Is it going to be offside? No, it's not. And that is concerning because... Oh, yeah, Mudrik just needed to be a bit stronger, didn't he? Gusto was caught out a little bit. And it did take a deflection off the backside of our defender. And that left Sanchez essentially stranded, didn't it? So... Not long to go now, and it has got back to 2-1. It is a little bit nervy. Mataduke, I think we just leave him out there at this point. Or we could bring on Matson, actually, because he is... Where are you here, mate? He can play out there. He's a little bit better defensively minded as well. All right. We've got a highlight. Enzo to McGinn. Broja. And we build and go wide. Gusto. Mudrik. Make a run, mate. Make a run. Make a run. That's good stuff. All right, where's the cross? Do we have a cross? McGinn's in the middle if we can find him. And we've lost out. And are we going to get caught on the break now? Gusto has done really well to get back. But there is danger here. Gusto does brilliantly and clears the danger as well. But it is still not clear. There's about 90 seconds of stoppage time left. Come on, we need these 3 points, boys. We need these 3 points. Thiago Silva gets back. Gusto gets back. And it's good defending. And McGinn comes away with it. We should probably be time wasting and, not trying to score at every opportunity. So, yeah, let's make those changes. Sanchez uses his brain and doesn't try to play short on that occasion. Enzo, come on, boys, come on. Oh, we've tackled it away from each other. Sa with a big interception. And that could be the difference here. We should probably go defensive as well. Can we get this clear, please, boys? It is flicked away. Lavia is there. Can he stop the cross coming in? He can't. Sanchez gets a fist to it. It's still there. It's still not clear. And that was more luck than anything. It is flashed past the post. It was the last kick of the game. And we've clung on to a 2-1 win at Brentford. And that was not convincing at all, was it? We were lucky. Absolutely lucky. So we took the risk, we rested some people, and it paid off. We've won the game. We've gone top of the league for now, although both Newcastle, Spurs, and I know Liverpool can't actually overtake us, and Spurs would do on goal difference if they won. So, yeah, fairly solid start to the season. This 10 games in. And they always say, don't they, don't judge the table until 10 games. So we can judge it now. We've paid more money out, so that's a bit of a pain. But that's Mataduke. So we've won 5 in a row now. Let's see if we can make it 6, albeit not in the league, as we go to Anfield in the Carabao Cup. Okay, welcome back. Now, this is new. I haven't seen this before, and I wish it had been in previous editions of the game, actually. But Chelsea's youth setup recognised amongst the world best, so it lists, the best academies. Top 10 anyway in the world. So yeah, we can see them all there. And yeah, it would be cool to see, like, for example, our Grindavik Academy, if it would have got ourselves into the top 10 at all. Because we did have some good players come through there. Probably not, to be honest. I don't think we were quite that good of an academy. Now, expectations. Everybody expects us to lose. So that's always positive, isn't it? Now, let's have a look at why I want to win this so badly. If we win today, and it is a big if, but let's go with it. Manchester United and Villa would still be 2 decent teams. Now, whether Villa in game is as good as Villa in real life, I guess time will tell. But if we go back a day, Newcastle have won. But outside of that, there's not much else left in the competition. Manchester City obviously are out. Arsenal are out. So it does look, if we win today, a very winnable competition for us, that's for sure. So let's have a look and see what we're doing here. We're expecting a 4-3-3 out of them. Now, that's more or less the way they played against us when we played them at Anfield previously. And this is a team that we are sending out. Now, a bit of injury news. Diassi is suspended for this one. Fernandez is injured. Nothing serious. It was a pulled thigh, but he's out for up to 5 days, so he will miss this one. And Cuckoo, though, he has begun his his rehabilitation phase, so he is nearing a comeback. We might even get to see him next episode. So Sanchez goes in goal. Chilwell, Colwell, Chalobah, and James will be our back four. It's Lavia. We might stick you as a deep line playmaker with Caicedo, Sterling, Gallagher, Palmer, who has been brilliant and was a young player of the month as well in the Premier League, and Taremi. Hopefully he won't get himself sent off this time. He goes up top. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. It is a fairly strong Liverpool team as well, isn't it? Backup goalkeeper in, but that's about it. The rest of that team looks more or less full strength to my untrained eye. So what do we want to say to this? Good run lately. Go out there and impress me. So we've fans. All right, let's do it for the fans. This is one of those weird, not weird. I mean, I remember it was the Benitez Mourinho days, wasn't it, where this sort of became a rivalry because Liverpool and Chelsea played each other, seemed like every year in the semi-final or something. So yeah, let's see. It's a different thing. I don't particularly love this. I don't think it looks great, but anyway, that's fine. What was I going to say? Oh, that's right. So when I was checking through the coaching stuff, I mean, I kind of rushed over. I think I mentioned it in the intro of yesterday's episode, but I pretty much just sacked the entire medical staff and got in new people because we were getting so many injuries. I figured that has to help. It can't make it worse. But I was sort of then looking through the rest of the backroom staff. There's a lot of like average at best bad coaches at Chelsea. It's, like youth team and whatnot. Even some of the senior coaches are not good. But it's like a lot of, it seems like job for the boys, like Hilario is there, and he's like not a good goalkeeping coach. John Terry is there. Now he is, I guess, as a manager, untested. He did well at Villa for a while. Oh, and it is Raheem Sterling coming back against his former team. And said yes, oh no, offside. That wasn't offside, was it? It wasn't offside, of course it wasn't. And it is 1-0, and it is Raheem Sterling again. How many times has he scored for us already on YouTube? He was coming back from an offside position, wasn't he? It might be close. I mean, VAR checked it. It's a first-minute lead, though. It's an absolute dream start. And, yeah, no, he's done brilliantly. He's bent his run sort of the other way. And, yeah, Virgil van Dijk got caught napping. Brilliant. So we'll give them some praise. The perfect start. And let's see if we can go on with it now. James to take a corner. Can we find a Chelsea head in there right into the middle? It's fallen for Sterling. Is he going to whack his foot through one? He's going to have another go. Is he? Oh, it's in! Is he onside? Taremi! I think he is, and we're 2-0 up inside 5 minutes. It's dream stuff. Absolute dream stuff. We are dismantling Liverpool. And it was a decent corner in, headed away. Sterling just whacked it back in. Taremi kept himself onside. And yeah, it was the fullback over here that's played him on, and he just had to angle it goalward. I mean, they got no goalkeeper saving that, not on purpose anyway, from that close. And our goalkeeper is now injured. Thankfully, I am one of these people that does have a backup goalkeeper on the bench. And when we were at Anfield last time, Petkovic did brilliantly. So we need him to do the same thing for us again here. But what a first 10 minutes. 2 goals and a goalkeeper off, injured. All right, Gallagher to Palmer. Go on, Cole. What's he got for us? Cole Palmer has a go. That's not his greatest. That is a player high on confidence and low on ability, isn't it? Which is harsh. He's high on ability as well, but certainly maybe too high on confidence. When confidence outstrips ability. Reece James with a throw. Sterling. Ball into the box. Taremi back to Sterling. It's fallen for Caicedo. Oh, it's a good save. Was there an offside in there somewhere? Yeah, blocking the goalkeeper's view. I missed who it was. Was it Gallagher? Positionally, it might have been Gallagher. I'm not sure who it was. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Sterling, here he goes again. He's got Robertson in his back pocket right now, doesn't he? Booking as well. Here we go. Goal, penalty. That's a penalty, is it not? Oh, well, certainly Gallagher went down. And nice turn there from Darwin. Chilwell gets a nice foot in. Gallagher, you've just got to be stronger. It says it's Colwell's misinterception. I don't know that it is. Gallagher was there, and he just got muscled up. Like here, look, what's he done? Is he passing that to? Maybe he's passing it to Colwell, and then was trying to shield the Hungarian guy whose name I can't say. Maybe trying to shield him off the ball, and just couldn't manage to do it. But that's a disappointing goal to concede, isn't it? So it is very much game back on. And, here they're giving us a chance now. Taremi! Oh, he's hit the post. And here come Liverpool down the other way now. Lavia commits a tactical foul and doesn't get a booking. So that's very nicely done. But another highlight. Just before half-time, Chilwell gets to that first. Oh, nice little ball there for Cole Palmer. Can Palmer whip a ball in now? We've got Taremi in the middle who's good in the air. Casado back to Lavia. Lavia comes forward. He has a go. There was better options there, I think, wasn't there? But anyway, are we going to get to half-time with a lead? They've only had 2 shots, one of which we gifted them, and it turned into a goal. But that has been a fairly good Chelsea performance. We have to say, of course, don't get complacent. And we'll fist pump. We'll tell him to get back out there. Reece James is not having a classic game. Well, actually, he probably is having a classic game, but that's the problem. Taremi is doing well. He's doing exactly what I wanted him to do. I felt like we needed that striker to come in and sort of be the hold-up guy that we play off of. And he's showing signs early on here. Now, he still doesn't speak the language, of course, but he's showing signs early on that he's going to be that man for us, which is brilliant. As we try and play out from the back. That's a little bit better. James to Chalobah. And that will do it for that. Alright, let's give them some praise. Everybody's happy with praise. And, yeah, we've had 10 shots to their 2. So you could argue we need to be a little bit better in front of goal. Ball thrown long. I wonder if we were giving it possession back to him there. There was a player off us. I think it was Jones, wasn't it? Off the side there with an injury. Palmer to Sterling. And he can't get a second. Let's just keep praising. We've got a nervous-looking Chalobah. You're fine, mate. You're doing okay. And here come Liverpool again. Ball over the top. Reece James again getting caught out. But Petkovic is there. And, oh, this is getting to nervous times now, isn't it? 70th minute. Do we need to make a change? Do we want to make a change? Could we move Chalobah out and play him at right back? And then bring on somebody else. I think Thiago Silva's on the bench and play him at centre-back. The reason I didn't play him at centre-back is just pace. But I'm wondering at this point if maybe that leadership is what we need. That's not a great ball forward, is it? Gallagher chases it, but it's just kind of opening us up to a counter-attack. Casado does well. Oh, it's going to run through for Petkovic. We probably don't need to attack. Let's just go back to balanced. And Sterling. Oh, it comes down to Gallagher to Taremi to Sterling. Raheem Sterling! That'd be... No, hang on. Is that the Cop? No, the Cop was the other end. He would have scored in front of the Cop in the first half. Would have loved that, wouldn't he? Let's tell him to focus. And, oh, come on. This could be huge, especially if Middlesbrough beat Man United as well. Which is unlikely, let's be honest, but you never know. We've got a free kick to defend. Ball in. It is headed down. Oh, they're all offside, aren't they? I think they're all offside. Matip has put it in the back of the net, but I'm fairly sure from that knockdown that they're all off. They are all off. Okay, so we get away with that one as well. We might make some time wasters here. Yeah, all of them are off. All 3 of them. Should be a yellow card each, down to 10 men. Yeah, do we want to make a time wasting sub here? As Taremi does well. Sterling loses possession though. And that should be good. Oh, James, it's a bit of a loose pass. Petkovic, you can use your hands, mate. I don't think it was a back pass. Colwell to Lavia. I love Lavia in there as a deep-lying playmaker. He's really good, isn't he? Really good under pressure as well. Casado down the line for Palmer. Can he find Taremi in the middle? He chips it in. Taremi's there. But it is headed behind for a corner. All right, let's start and wind the clock down here a little bit. We'll slow the pace down. And nothing becomes of the corner. Let's give them some praise. There is 30 seconds of stoppage time left. Are we, for the second time this season, and are we even in October yet? Are we going to come to Anfield and win 2-1? We're not there yet, though. There is about 15 seconds of stoppage time left. Oh, Petkovic, what a save. And we've got a corner to defend now. Ball in. It is saved by Petkovic, and that should be that. We're over the allotted stoppage time. And it is going to be quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. We've won at Anfield again. And we deserved it. We definitely deserved it. Finishing could use a little bit of work, though. We could make it a lot easier on ourselves if we could take some chances. So we can see the other results there. Villa and Man United are through. So there's probably, add Newcastle to that, there's 4 teams that are going to be favourites, or certainly think they can win this. But there we go. Now, the injury to Sanchez was a broken hand. We got to find out how long that is going to keep him out for. 4 to 6 weeks. We can knock a week off that. 4 to 5 weeks with our specialist, but not great, is it? Pekovic is going to have to come in and do a very good job for us. Sterling, wonderful stuff, mate. Southgate has spotted Reece James, Chalobah, Colwill, Chilwell, Gallagher, Sterling, and Palmer. So there's a few Chelsea boys in there. And yeah, that will be that. So another injury crisis. We were 10 strong at that injury early on in the year. So that's not a crisis. We've dealt with so much worse. But anyway, guys, that will do it for today. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We will come back for Villa in a quarter-final. Or do we come back Man United and... Let's come back Man United, Burnley. Then we'll do Villa quarter-final. Then we've got festive fixtures. We'll sort of see where we're at that point. But FA Cup is to come soon as well. It's going very well. Very, very pleased with this. 3rd in the table after 10 games. Into the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. And I'll put on the Discord and the Facebook who we've drawn in that. Hopefully, it won't be away to Man United or Newcastle. But it would be nice to host Newcastle and get some revenge for last episode, wouldn't it? Take care.